If you are somebody who struggles with insomnia and difficulty sleeping, you're not alone. This is something we treat at our office all the time, and I'm here to give you 2 case studies of different types of insomnia patients that we've seen at our office recently. Hi everyone, my name is Zen Tuan. I am a licensed acupuncturist, herbalist, and founder of Healing with Zen. We are located in Pasadena, California, and you can find more of our case studies, testimonials on our website, which is healingwithzen.com. The first case study that I wanted to share is a 24-year-old female. She initially came April 2025, and her insomnia has been getting worse and worse. It used to come once every month or so for about a week where she couldn't sleep well, and then it's becoming longer and longer, and this last bout she's already gone 2 or 3 months without sleeping well. She says she's able to fall asleep initially, but she wakes up numerous times throughout the night. This 24-year-old female is very anxious. She says she feels restless all the time, and she sometimes gets headaches when she's very anxious, and she claims that she wakes up numerous times at night because of vivid dreams. Not necessarily nightmares, but just very vivid dreams. And once she's awake, she has a really hard time going to sleep. She'll stay awake for hours at a time, sometimes not even able to go back to sleep at all. And so this was really affecting her daily life because she was feeling more fatigued. Like I mentioned, she was starting to get a little bit of headaches and dizziness. So after her first session, she slept much better that night. She woke up less often and she was able to go back to sleep. Unfortunately, this patient had to take a little break. She was going on vacation to Japan, and so she took 2 weeks off until she was able to come back for her next treatment. So by the time she came back, she was jet lagged. She hadn't been sleeping well when she was traveling, and so we told her to let's get back on track. At that point, we recommended that she come in twice a week for about 3 to 4 weeks. That way we can best balance out her body, calm down her nervous system, and get her balanced and regulated. After her second treatment, she slept for 14 hours straight that night without any interruption, and she felt great. The next couple days after wasn't as great. By the third session, she said that she was still waking up one time a night. Sometimes she was feeling warm and sweaty. She still had some of that anxiety and palpitations, but less vivid dreams than before. By the fourth session, anxiety levels overall seemed to be coming down. By the fifth session, she was sleeping much better throughout the night. She only had one night where she couldn't fall asleep. Initially, this patient had also mentioned that she had some digestive issues, a lot of bloating, sometimes not feeling like digestion's as smooth as it could be. And so by session 5, she also mentioned her digestion was getting a lot better, less bloating. She was feeling a lot more energy actually after she ate. But by the 6th session, she was no longer having any problems going to sleep or staying asleep. But we continued to stay the course. We wanted her to go at least 8 to 10 treatments just to make sure her body has stayed that way and it doesn't digress backwards in any way. So that's what she did. And we made it to the end of her treatment plan, and she was really happy with her results. She felt less anxious overall. She was sleeping through the night, and she was ready to move on to the next stage of her life, which was going off to med school. Our second case study is a 48-year-old female. This 48-year-old female claims that she sometimes has a hard time going to sleep, and throughout the night she wakes up 1 to 2 times a night to urinate, and when she does that, she has a hard time going back to sleep. She's usually awake for an hour and a half or more, and she can never sleep in. She always wakes earlier than her alarm than she wants to. And she's starting to feel really, really tired from this lack of sleep. She also complained a little bit about her digestion being a little bit more constipated, not as smooth, and she does tend to run a little bit more anxious. She has high stress with family issues and is always thinking, has a hard time calming down. So we put her on a plan. We told her, let's try 2 times a week for about 3 weeks, see how we do, and then we can start spacing out your treatments. So after the first session, she started sleeping better. She still doesn't wake up feeling refreshed. but she's able to fall asleep a little bit quicker once she wakes up. After the second treatment, she felt really relaxed. She woke up once, had trouble falling back to sleep, still waking up early with swirling, anxious thoughts. By her third session, she was waking only one time instead of numerous times, and she was able to sleep all the way till 6 a.m. Couldn't go back to sleep after that, but that was still a little bit earlier than she wanted. She used to be waking up at 4 or 5 in the morning. By her fourth session, she starts to notice that the sleep is starting to improve. Once she wakes up, she's usually able to go back to sleep. By the fourth session, she definitely noticed her digestion was improving and that she's able to put more boundaries on her emotions and her time and her space, and working on some of the stressors that were causing her anxiety. By her fifth and sixth session, she was sleeping basically throughout the night. She would sleep till 6 or 6:30 without waking up. Even though it's a little bit earlier than she would like, she notices that she is sleeping through the night. She's feeling more calm. By her seventh treatment, she was starting to go to bed a little bit earlier at 10. She woke up at 5:30, and then she was able to go back to sleep and finally woke up at 7:50, almost 8 a.m., which is what she wanted. And so this was the most sleep that she's gotten in a long time. We love sharing these case studies and stories with you because we want to be able to show you the impact of how acupuncture can help people who struggle with sleep and insomnia. There's many reasons why people have insomnia, and we really take the time to get to know our patients, to understand their lifestyle, their diet, everything that's going on, to figure out why they are having their sleep issues. And from there, we try to treat the root cause. We try to balance out the imbalance in the body, and we are very successful with treating people who struggle with sleep. So if you or anybody you know is complaining about lack of sleep or having low energy, have them reach out to us to see if we can help them. Once again, my name is Zen from Healing with Zen. Our number is 626-377-9596, and you can find more information on our website, healingwithzen.com. I hope this was helpful, and please forward this to anybody who might benefit from acupuncture. Thank you, and see you next time.